Like if you're like strongly religious and you've got strong beliefs on like what is wrong and what is right, could you practice Kriya Yoga with your religious beliefs? I don't know, or would Kriya Yoga get in the way? Or maybe Kriya Yoga could be stacked on it and it could be something worked, you know, uh, Kriya Yoga and religion, somebody who has a religion that's very strong beliefs on what's right and wrong. But I just wonder if that would, Kriya Yoga could work side by side with somebody's religion, or if maybe it would get in the way. Or because it seems like Kriya Yoga, you have to be open minded, and some religions don't seem very open minded.
Yeah, well, like I told you in our interview yesterday, Kriya Yoga, they would say, like Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, the supreme science of God. So it's more of a science to me. Like you test it, you observe it, you experience it, so you know it. So no one can tell you Kriya Yoga doesn't work because you live it, you experience it. So that is probably the best way. Like blindly believing somebody isn't the right path for me. I want to test it. I want to experience it. I want to observe it. So these dogmas and this other religion, like, let me tell you a story about God. Like, I have my own connection to God. I have my own story to God, which they don't really like that. They when I used to go to church with my mother, I liked when they said, "We've done all the thinking, so you don't have
Yeah.
to." Right? Like what? Like don't try to think about this. Don't try to walk your own path. Just regurgitate what we tell you, and you'll be one with Jesus or whatever. So but I would say a greater path is to experience it and see what works for you. Because it's not one size fits all. Like, um, I resonate with Jesus, so you should resonate with Jesus, Like,
Mm.
you have to find out what really uplifts you and makes you the better person at the end of the day. So I would see. Ready to unlock your higher self through Kriya Yoga? Book your call at kriyayogamasterclass.com. Your journey begins here. All right, let's get back to it. I like in our school, we don't really have no dogma. These are the techniques. Believe whatever God you want to believe in. They're all perfectly great. I don't have nothing bad to say about Jesus. I love Jesus. We had a great Christmas celebration of Yeshua. And Kriya Yoga, Christ consciousness, is probably the highest form of enlightenment. If you go to Lake Shrine, SRF, and Pacific Palisades in California, they have a picture of Jesus right next to Babaji, and right next to Krishna, and right next to Lahiri Messiah, Yogananda, Yukteswar. So, but I would say I like it when they say the kingdom of God is inside you as you, right? So you kind of cut out the dogma and the monetization of your connection to God, right? If they if you could close your eyes and be one with God, then it kind of kills their money, if you know what I'm saying. Because you realize you don't need them. So they always kind of want to put that block up that give me some money so I can send God an email to you. But if you have a direct connection to God, then they can't monetize that, let's say. So, I mean, I would say who says who's a false idol and who's a real idol? It all depends what works for you the best, right? Like, who is the police for God? Let's say it like that, right? There is no police for God. And if you really look at it, God is everywhere and everything. So there are no real false idols. If you worship the God inside of a tree, it's still God. It's still probably going to the same place. So this is a way for these kind of dogma kind of people to say, we are the chosen one. We have the real connection to God. And I don't know what else you're doing, but that's not the true connection to God. But what is a true connection to God, honestly, right? It's whatever uplifts you and makes you feel the best. So if anybody tells you you're worshiping a fake idol, get away from that person because they have no clue what's a real idol. Is there really a real idol? Because everything is a spark of God. God is everywhere and everything. So if you worship a cat like it's God, you're probably right because the cat is God. Or you worship a tree like it's God, you're right because the tree is God. So everything is really God. So when they say that I have the true answer to the universe, probably get away from that person because who really has the true answer to God? God is everywhere and everything. And are there any fake idols? I highly doubt it, you know? Everything is God and God is everywhere. So how can I say? Our football team is better than your football team. Let's say it like that.
Yeah.
And that's more ego based and that's more judgmental based. If you have a perspective of all football teams are great, you know? Like when you go to Lake Shrine, SRF, and Pacific Palisades, they have shrines for all religions. So they're not biased to anything. Like whatever gets you to the mountaintop, that is the best religion, you know? Like just don't really attach to too many of the dogma and you know these are all cool stories but at the end of the day you got to do your inner work. Most of these people are attached to this story and that story like I don't know, Babaji did this or I don't know, Jesus did this. How do you know? You know these are cool stories but it all comes back to detach from the story and do as much inner work as you can and be the best person you can because but they like telling these stories but we are kriya yogis, we don't tell stories about kriya yoga, we do the sadhana. So it's cool if you have some downtime to go down these rabbit holes but at the end of the day the best question to ask yourself is what serves me in the present moment. Does this serve me in the present moment? It's a cool story around the campfire, but how does this really uplift me and help me and get me where do I need to go? Some of these stories have good like parables, which help you contemplate and look for the deeper meaning. But like, I would just do as much inner work as you can and try not to get attached to other people's story. Make your own story, right? Be the director of your own movie, you know?
Yeah. Have my own direct experience. I don't know, do my own research. I want to be a knower, not an assumer. So,
Right. No one can tell me Kriya Yoga doesn't work because I live it. I experience it daily. So if somebody says these are fake practices, these are, you're worshiping fake idols, I would say not fake to me, real as can be. How do you know how I feel inside me as me? And who made you the policeman of real idols and fake idols, you know? So you begin to see the ugliness and the ego play of it like I know what's best for you. No one knows what's best for you except yourself, right? So I'm going to tell you what real God is. Really? You know what real God is? Wink, wink. Sure. I was telling Veronica in the beginning, like, I like when they say in yoga, a God defined is a God confined. Like, oh, you're going to put God in a box? Something that's beyond my comprehension? And you have the secrets of the universe? Sure you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you're going to tell me what I should do and how I should live my life and what God I should pray to? No thanks, you know? You know? If you so you begin to really see the ugliness and the ego play of let me tell you what's real and what's fake. There is no real in there. I like in yoga when they say we live in equanimity. We don't even see good or bad. We see them all as equal. So what's real and what's fake? Only you could be the judge of that. So anybody is telling you they know what's real and what's fake, Just get away from them because they have no clue what's real and what's fake. And especially them trying to tell you how you should feel. Whatever deity uplifts you and makes you feel the best, that is the realest deity ever. So I would just lean into that and cultivate and enhance that deity. And everybody's saying, all these talking heads out here saying, this is real and this is fake and this is authentic yoga and this is fake yoga. Get away from those people because they're totally living in an ego play and a judgment. I said in our interview with Veronica, anybody that tries, any yogi that tries to talk bad about another yogi should go in the bathroom and look in the mirror and point at themselves. Why am I such an ego play? I can think of nothing more uglier than telling another person what to do and what God to believe in. That is totally ugly, right? You know, like, I would never send Sadhguru an email like, you're doing the wrong practices. I have Babaji's direct phone number, and I am Babaji's policeman, and we do not approve of you helping people around the world. How ugly is that? So it goes back to the same thing. Like, how ugly is it when people say, like, I know the true God, and I'm the chosen one, and you shouldn't worship Babaji because that's a fake idol, and I have the real idols over here, and my football team is better than your football team, and your football team stinks, and they're stupid. You know, it's just an ugly, judgmental ego play. And in yoga, we're trying to dissolve our ego, not make more ego. But they're out there for sure. They're going to tell you what you should think and what sadhana you should do and what God you should worship. Just get away from those people as fast as you can. You are the king of your castle, and you choose what God makes you feel the best. And don't listen to anybody who says fake idols. Like, are there fake idols?
Yeah.
If a tree falls in the woods and I didn't hear it, did it really fall? You know? But if you start attaching yourself to their narrative will become your narrative. And that's what you don't want to. So you'll start regurgitating that narrative as your own. And that's what they really want. Make your own narrative. Like, you know, you see, like, I don't know, mainstream media, the thing they want the most is you to just regurgitate what they say, right? They want you to go to work, sit around the water cooler and say, hey, Bob, you know what I heard today on CNN? Oh, really? Okay. And they want you to regurgitate that as facts. And it's the same thing as religion. The religion dogma is the master of this. This is where government gets all this, right? They see like, oh, if we prop up this ascended master and present him as a true God, most people are so lazy they're just going to regurgitate it. You know, like, I mean, my mother is deeply religious, and I told her one time and she got mad at me. I said the only reason we're Christians because some people got on a boat from England and brought their religion here, and we just regurgitated their religion. She didn't like that, but it's kind of the truth. You know what I'm saying? So find out what God makes you feel the best and resonates with you. Don't regurgitate other gods. You know what I'm saying? So if Jesus uplifts you, perfectly fine. If Babaji uplifts you, perfectly fine. There's no right or wrong here. There's no true or false. It's whatever works best for you, right? So in our Kriya Yoga School, I'm not trying to tell people this is the best technique. I always say, do which technique makes you feel the best. Your body is different from my body. We're on different places, different levels on the spiritual path. Whatever helps get you through the day, that is the best practice. So whatever God gets you through the day, that is the best God. So, but definitely don't regurgitate other people's God and make their narrative become yours. Think for yourself. That's my favorite. Thinking is a sin of pride. What? You just want me to regurgitate what you say as true? Yes. No thanks.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
when
People,
when when you do these practices, you don't need somebody to give you Babaji's phone number. You have your own phone number, you know? So
yeah,
you call him directly. Like, why do I need a middleman in between my connection to God? I don't. And you begin to see you could have a great connection to God if you just close your eyes and meditate and become one with God. Have tea with God inside you as you. That is probably a way more profound, like, come over here, my friend, and let me tell you some stories about God. No thanks. God's direct phone number in my pocket. Want to go deeper? Subscribe, visit freekriyayoga.com, or tap the related video right here.